And hello there, gaming sharks. Welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator X. This is the first episode, actually. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're on a Boeing 737-800 series, pretty decent sized plane. We're going to take it up to Salina. And no, that's a short flight because this is Wichita, but who cares? Let's go. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys were wondering what happens inside the cockpit, well, there's an opportunity for you to see what happens inside the cockpit. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, we'll make sure our parking brake is set, which it is. And we're also going to make sure that we turn on our battery master switch. And we have 24 volts on the battery, which is over a minimum of 22, which is good. So that's good there. In reality, we would test these, but for some reason they don't work. I'm not quite sure why. IRS display test is good. Left and right IRS is supposed to be on nav, but it's not. Passenger oxygen switch is guarded. Flight recorder is guarded. Normally we would test the airspeed overspeed test and a stall warning test, but those are not modeled, so we're not going to bother with that. I'm having trouble with my language today. We have flight control switches A and B are guarded, on and guarded. Alternate flap switch is guarded. Alternate flap control switch is off. Spoiler switches A and B are guarded. Yaw damper is supposed to be on. I can't click it. Navigation and VHF nav and IRS are both on normal. FMC is normal. Display source is on auto. Display's control panel is on normal. Cross feed valve test is good. Left fuel pump. For some reason these switches don't work, so I'm not going to bother with that. They're supposed to be on. Yeah, some of these switches don't work in the cockpit for some reason. Up here, nope. Oh. Shift 4? No, that's the FMC. Shift 6. Okay, we're going to. I'm not shorten that up. It's not. I can move it, but I can't shorten it. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, can these work? No. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go to generator 1, AP generator 2, and those are good. Back to battery. And now standby power is on auto and guarded. Standby power disconnects are guarded. Ground power would normally be on. Normally there'd be a bus transfer here, and you'd click that to get, not click it, but turn that on. Ground power would normally be on. Generators are off. APU generator is off. Wipers are not required. Oops, oopsies. Okay. APU start. Did for a sec. Oh, there we go. Okay. And AP generator is on. And we'll check the volts on that. Keep pushing the wrong buttons. And the volts are good. Yay! Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to go on ahead and party on this side. So panel lights are on. Circuit breaker lights are supposed to be on. Actually, they're known as switch cabin lights. Normally you'd have like all these switches. You'd have panel lights, those lights, and down here. Maybe. Guess not. But anyway, you'd select these. I can't go over here, but I guess I can do this. you'd have these two switches. You'd click the flood and panel. There you go. And that would be that. And then also you have these panel switches up here, and then those, and then these. So yeah, I got a bunch of panel switches, panel lights on there. Supply and exhaust switches are on normal. Emergency exit lights are armed. No smoking sign and fasten seatbelt sign are on. Okay, that looks good. Window heat and power you normally test. You'd turn on the window heat, turn on the probe heat. Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice is not required. Hydraulic pump switches A and B are on. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. I think that's how it goes. Maybe it's like this. Yeah, it's like that, I think. Electric hydraulic pumps A and B. No, it's the other way around. Yeah, okay. And test the cockpit voice recorder is good. Anti-collision light is on. Supply duct switch is on. Supply duct, which is good. Air conditioning supply is alright. Left pack is on auto, right pack is on auto, and isolation valve is on auto. Circulation fan is supposed to be on auto, but of course it's not. Bleeds. APU bleed is supposed to be on. And pressurization panel is set, so we're ready to go. Okay, so now is about the time when we'd start planning our flight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on FMC. Move down, move away. And I'm going to enter in menu to start. Okay. Position, we're going to make sure our position is correct, which it is, KICT. Go back to menu. We're going to go to DTO, and we're just going to put in our destination, which is KSLN or Salina Airport. Then we're going to activate, execute, and our route is now into position. Go back to menu, and we can verify that on this thing. Well, see a pink line. Yeah, it's somewhere over there, I think. So yeah, that pink line indicates that it's okay. So now we are ready to go. And also we're going to enter this in the flight database, in the flight planner area. So select airport, which is that. Okay. And select destination, which is Salina. Find it. Salina. And Salina Mun Airport. And IFR flight rules. And it's going to go to direct GPS, and we're going to find the route. There it is. Our altitude will be 12,000 feet, and we're going to say OK. Save. Yes. And then that will load up again. Hopefully that doesn't. Okay, awesome. So my controls are the same. So those are on. Shouldn't be. This is okay. Awesome. So everything appears to be in the correct working order, except for the fact that I have moved just up. So I'm gonna have to push back again. And my vehicles seem to have disappeared as well. That's okay. We push back here and then we can possibly start boarding. I don't know. Okay, parking brake set. Alright, back to work. Okay, let's go ahead and try again. Not try again. Get the autopilot all set up. So the first things first, we're going to tune to the tower, which is something. Work 125.7. And we'll click that in there. Request IFR clearance.
Wichita clearance delivery, American 2786, IFR to Salina, ready to copy. American 2786 is cleared at Salina Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000. Departure frequency is 134.8, squawk 2603. American 2786, cleared at Salina Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000. Departure on 134.8, squawk 2603. American 2786, readback correct. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Okay, so the squawk code was 2603. We want to make sure that is entered into our transponder code, which it is. So that appears to be okay. And now we're going to go ahead and set up our autopilot. So we're going to turn that on. Then the flight director is on. Auto throttle is armed. And initial speed of about, let's go with 250 knots. So let's go ahead and do that. And that is entered in. GPS. Okay, so this appears to be alright. An altitude of 10,000 is what they said is initial altitude. So I'm going to select that, and this is going to select up to about 2,500 feet per minute. And I'm going to test the autopilot disconnect, which is good. Okay, so our flight appears to be working correctly. Now, our instruments are all set. Transponders set. Flaps aren't set yet, but we can't set them. Speed brake is good. Trim is set, I believe. Fuel is cut. Okay, so ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and board the plane. So we're gonna open up a jetway, I think. Oh, well, is that not modeled on this plane? It might not be modeled. Unless it's opening something from the outside. Nope, it's not modeled on this jet, so I'm just gonna have to open up the door. And, well, potentially 10 people are boarding it. So yeah, once they all load on, I'm assuming they are. Oh, also lights. Forgot to turn on the wing and wheel well light on. Okay, so now we are ready to go. Doors closed. And let's go ahead and get pushed back. Let's go ahead and request taxi clearance.
Wichita ground, American 2786 with Charlie, ready to taxi IFR. American 2786, taxi to and hold port of runway 1 right via taxiway 18 Contact tower on 18.2.
Okay.
Taxiing hold runway 1 right via taxiway Alpha Bravo Echo 2.
Alright, we're ready to go. Parking brake released. And taxi back. And now the jet is beginning its taxi. And while we're pushing back, let's go ahead and go through the before start checklist. So generators 1 and 2 are on. APU is on. Bleeds are supposed to be on. Hydraulic pumps B is on. A is off. Left pack is supposed to be off. Right pack is supposed to be off. Isolation valve is supposed to be open. Okay. And these are supposed to be on, but they're not working. Okay, so everything appears to be okay. Yay! Everyone likes to be okay. And once they stop pushing us back, then we can go ahead and get ready to go. So yeah, if you guys have been wondering what's going on in this cockpit on these big jets, well, now you know. And stop. And now we're just going to go on ahead and start up the engines, and hopefully this works. Sometimes it bugs out, but let's go ahead and try it. So once N1 reaches 2.5, N1 will introduce fuel. 2.5. Alright, good. Works out great. Oh, parking brake set as well. And then we'll just go on ahead and switch and over to the yellow engine. Again, same thing. 2.5, introduce fuel. You know, I've taken a few flying lessons, and I recommend taking flying lessons because they're pretty fun. And believe it or not, taxiing is honestly a lot harder to do than it is to just fly the plane itself. Which I know sounds weird, but it's true. Okay, auto brake set to RTO. Rejected takeoff. Before taxi checklist. Taxi lights on. APU off. APU generator off. Left pack, right pack, and isolation valve are on auto. Hydraulic pumps are on. Panel lights are off. I'm not quite sure why those weren't on in the first place. Okay. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. Let's proceed. Oh, flaps. Set to 10 degrees, green light. Okay, parking brake released, we're proceeding to taxi. So let's go ahead and taxi. Normally, in reality, you'd actually be steering with your feet, brakes, but you know, that's actually really hard to do. In Flight Simulator and in real life, it's really hard to do because you have to use your keyboard instead of the yoke, and it's hard. So I don't even bother. Now, hopefully I can get this plane off the ground before it reaches the end of the runway. I have no idea. Sometimes the plane doesn't want to get off the ground at all, and just get. It's like, I'm gonna stay to the ground, and then never lifts off the ground. So let's hope this time is different. Steer this way. Like I said before, taxiing is the hardest part of flying an airplane. Okay, oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't even have my driver's license yet. And I can still fly a plane though. I've taken a few lessons on flying. Well, actually one to be exact. Right. So yeah, this is a pretty fun game. I really recommend this game if you want to learn how to fly. You should totally get it because it's a fun game. It really is. Right, so we're taxiing to the runway, making sure no one is following us. Brakes. You can use differential brakes by doing this. I don't know if they work very well, but I haven't used these in a while. Oh, that's the wrong way. It's not the way I want to go. Yeah, they honestly don't work very well. It's hard to use in Flight Simulator and in real life, so I don't even bother in Flight Simulator. In real life, I do though. I absolutely hate taxiing in real life now. It's so hard. The flying part is fun. Transponder is supposed to be on standby, but I don't know if there's a switch for that or not. Everything's looking. Oh, another plane there is taking off. So yeah, there's traffic on, so you gotta kind of be careful. So this is a fun game because you gotta be careful. Your goal basically is to not crash. That's your main goal in life. In this game, it's really an interesting game. Would totally recommend it. Let's taxi in to here. Gonna power a bit. Alright, ready to go. So once you're in the air, it's pretty easy. Oh boy, can't see. Okay, there we go. Just trying to steer to the right, but my spacebar, I keep accidentally hitting my spacebar. And stop here. Okay, parking brake is set, and we are going to look both ways, make sure there's no plane coming. And you can open those. That's really cool. This isn't a default plane, by the way. Let's see any plane. So now we're just going to get permission from the tower, and we're on our way. So let's go in and ask permission.
Wichita Tower, American 2786 at runway 1, right, ready for takeoff, IFR to Salina. American 2786, cleared for takeoff, runway 1, right.
Okay, clear for takeoff.
Runway 1, right, American.
And we're just going to go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Strobe and logo. So all our lights are on. Oh, I forgot to turn on my logo light earlier, but that's okay. Flaps down. Okay, trim. That is not what I wanted. Trim. Yeah, notice how it's set really low. Need to fix that. Send it to the takeoff position, which is right around there. Oops, I'm opening all these windows. Okay, now we're ready to go. Trim is set, ready to go. Parking brake released. both ways. Okay. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Dramatic view. I need to pay attention to the roadway. See, a lot of people think I'm a terrible pilot, but I only had one lesson so far. It's not fair. I haven't crashed yet. Which I'm surprised, because in that one lesson, you know, I flew pretty much the entire time. I taxied, I took off, and I landed, so that's pretty much the entire time. And I flew also around the town. Stop! No, don't put on reversers. No, just stop. Stop! Thank you. Okay, now are we ready? Grab on tight, because we're about to do something absolutely insane. Ready? Here we go. Okay, we're moving. And full power added. Alright, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Alright. Check our speeds. B1. B1, rotate. And excellent! It pulled off the ground quite easily this time. Now I'm going to pull back on the power. Raise the gear. Auto throttle on. Autopilot altitude. And VOR localizer to VOR localizer is on. Acknowledge that. Well, this is incredible. Alright guys, we're in the air now. Flaps. Pull them up to 1. Flaps 1. Get up to speed. So yeah, it's a pretty short flight up there. Not very long. And we'll raise the flaps. Alright, so as you can tell, we can see that pink line. That's our route. And this is our plane. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of saw what goes on. Oh, also auto brake can be turned off now. Off, off. Thank you. So yeah, I hope this video showed you guys what's going on in the cockpit when they're flying. I mean, it's pretty fun. Of course, we're not done yet, but oh, turbulence. Did I, oh, yeah, okay.
Wichita departure, American 2786 is climbing through 6,900 for 10,000. American 2786, Wichita departure, roger, altimeter 2992. American 2786, turn right heading 345, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 10,000. Turn right heading 345, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 10,000.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that there are defects in air traffic control in this game for some reason, and it will make it so that they'll get mad at you if you don't do a certain direction. I think they'll, like right now I'm at 341 and they'll tell me go to off course, and I don't want to go off course. I want to stay on course. So there are defects in air traffic control.
Wichita departure, American 2786 is at
2000. Okay, we're gonna rise up to 12,000.
Climb and maintain 12,000.
And we're gonna gain this up 2,500 feet per minute, and we're also going to accelerate the speed to 280 knots.
Going to 118.8. American 278.
Landing lights and taxi lights off. And 11,000, fasten seatbelt sign off. So this is kind of what you do as a pilot. You just kind of enjoy the ride and wait to get to your destination. Kind of. I mean, you do work on takeoff and landings and stuff. And in Cessna, in the big jets, though, you just kind of sit around. The smaller jets, you do a lot more work. Well, I know you do a lot more work. So yeah, this is great. We're flying. This is life in the air. It's Canopy. Canopy. It's there. Canopy. The heck, what is it? Like, pause right there? I don't know. Okay. And just wait and get to our destination. And it actually shows here the miles that we have left to get there. And I might cut this part out of this cruising because it's kind of boring on this part. You're not doing much. Once you get there, you're doing quite a bit though. American. Yeah, this isn't the default plane, so I downloaded this plane. Finally, it worked. Jeez, I tried quite a bit to try and download a plane. Never worked, but now it finally did. And then I just went nuts on planes. I downloaded like maybe 20 planes. I just went crazy. Am I supposed to be contacting anyone? Oh, yes.
Kansas City Center, American 2786, with you. American 2786, Kansas City Center, roger, altimeter 2992. American 2786, descend and maintain 4000. American 2786, you were 3.
Yeah, here's the incorrect data. I'm not going to turn right heading 300 or 030. However, I will descend to 4000. Sounds pretty low though. It's only like what, 2,000 feet off the ground. Go ahead and going it down a little more, like, and also IOL contact.
Wichita departure, American 2786 is at 11,500 for 4,000. American 2786, Wichita departure, roger, altimeter 2992. American 2786, turn right heading 355. Turn right heading 355.
I'm not going to turn right heading 355. It's not like I'm in the way of traffic or anything. Because usually what happens in flight simulators is that they're just gonna make me do this weird loop, like, around the airport, and I'll never land. That's what always happens. I don't like that, so I stay on my course. Okay, we're approaching 10,000. I'm going to go and slow it back down to 250 knots. Turn on the landing lights and taxi lights. I'm going to turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Indicating that we are beginning our approach. So we're 25 miles out. So yeah, we're getting... I am. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slow her down. We're gonna bring down the flaps to 10 degrees. Yeah, 10 degrees, and nose is being pushed. Oh, because yeah, the airplane suddenly wants to climb, so now the nose has to be pushed down. And I'm going to bring down the speed to 210 knots. So yeah, we're going down pretty good. Decent rate. And also have to enter in the localizer in here, which is 108.9, I think it was. I'll have to check. And I can do that here. No. Oops. F3 KSLN and yeah, okay, thank you. And then we'll activate that. Except like that. There we go. Yeah, okay. Good, so now we have that, and eventually you'll hear beeping on the intercom. And now we're gonna set, how many miles are we? 14. Okay, we're gonna set the auto brake. Hear that beeping. Speed brake is armed. As you can tell, you have the right light. And auto brake, we're gonna set to 2. Okay, never mind, we're not gonna set it to 2, we're gonna set it to 1. For some reason, it's not going to 2. Okay, so now we are cleared down. I'm going to reduce our speed. Let's see how many miles. 12 miles. We're going to lower our flaps to 15. And we're going to set speed to 180 knots. I'm going to click the approach button. Now I'm in charge of my altitude. Well, they're in charge of the heading. As you can tell, I cannot turn the plane left or right. And what's our miles out? Almost 8, so we're going to lower our flaps down. Oh, I'm going to lower my landing gear down first. And once landing gear is locked, which it is, I'm going to lower my flaps down to 25 degrees. Maintain a constant speed of 165 knots, I believe is the speed for that. and we're approaching the recommended altitude. And also, I think, yes, I'm supposed to contact this.
Salina Tower, American 2786 is 8 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 35, approach. American 2786, Salina Tower, make straight in, runway 35, altimeter 2992. Make straight in, runway 35.
And also, we're gonna go ahead and lower flaps down to 0 degree, 40 knots, and maintain a constant speed of 155 knots.
Cleared to land, runway 35. Cleared to land, runway 35. American 2786.
So I got the landing clearance. Here's the runway. And now I'm gonna go ahead and drop my flaps full. Maintain a constant speed of 145 knots for landing. It's a dramatic view. Okay, let's go back in the cockpit. And I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the autopilot, auto throttle. Now the plane is completely in my hands.
Don't sink.
Oh,
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
sync rate alarm.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Gonna have to sync at this rate
sink.
here.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
And we're about there.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Okay, and pull up. Idle. Idle. And it's down, brakes on, check. Reverse. Spoilers up. Oh, they were up.
Cleared to land, runway 35. Follow Boeing 737 on the runway. Cleared to land, runway 35.
Okay, auto brake
74.
off. Manual braking. Thrust reversers off.
American 2786, exit runway when able.
I'm gonna shut up that thing. That button. Go. Okay. Let's go ahead and taxi to the runway, flaps up. Spoilers down. So this was that flight, guys. I hope you enjoyed that flight. That helped you. I'm kind of getting an understanding of what goes on in the cockpit. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll just go ahead and taxi to a gate, and then I'll let you guys go.
American 2786, contact ground on 121.9er. 121.9er. American 2786.
Oh.
Salina ground, American 2786. Request taxi to the gate. American
It's this way.
American 2786.
In reality, I think they'd actually have a person they'd follow. And they do have mods for that, but I'm not even gonna bother downloading it. I have a hard time downloading anything in this game. Go ahead and turn off my lights. Well, not all of them, some of them. Strobe, all that. Okay. Yeah, again, like I said, taxiing is the hardest part of flying. If you can master taxiing, you can master flying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. Might as well. So it's a pretty long taxi to the gate. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.